Yo, boys. So this is the trade we took today. We took a trade on gold. Was an L, but we'll go through the TA for SpyX first, of course. So we were still bearish, even though we were coming into this daily fair value gap. The point of control was actually super high, so that's one of the reasons I was bearish. Because this was super high. Price is usually keen on trading in this area and then pushing up. So as you can see, hit point of control right here. It went a little bit lower, but hit point of control, and we had to push up. It's just like it always does. I don't know why, but 4 hour, we didn't really create any fair value gaps, but we did have internal liquidity down here, somewhere down here. It got swept, and then external liquidity down here. So I was expecting a move upwards and then a move downwards, of course. So pre-market, we actually came in and swept sell side liquidity first, which was one of my take profits, but I was hoping to go up first. So usually when price hits or sweeps one of my take profits, especially if it's liquidity, internal or external, it doesn't really matter. I usually just stop with that, stop trading, just because like when it usually hits liquidity, it usually just wants to push up again. So that's one of the reasons I didn't trade SpyX today. The slur. So as you can see, market open right here, and boom, just right away swept sell side liquidity. So I was like, oh no, I'm not trading this anymore. So that's the reason we looked for a trade on gold, and I'll go through the TA for gold. So gold, of course, we're still in the uptrend, as you can see here. So boom, uptrend, and then 4 hour, I was looking for some sort of fair value gap. So we had a fair value gap here, 4 hour fair value gap. We also had this fair value gap up here, as you can see here, fair value gap there, and then we also had a 15-minute breaker block. So where's my drawing? Low, high, expansion move down, breaking the low, expansion move up, breaking that high, and then retest of boom, this little breaker here. So boom, boom. You can honestly count this wick as well. So boom, this breaker right here. So price came into this area, started wicking about out of it, and I basically looked for a break out of that. So we had here, we had boom, we had this high created, or low, no, high, lower high that didn't get broken. We had another lower high here, another lower high here. So I saw this break right here, and I entered off of this candle closure right here. And then I have my stops at the bottom of the breaker, also counting in 15-minute internal liquidity here. So boom, liquidity here. So I have my stop down here, and we just got stopped out, and it looks like it may push up and hit this. Just kind of retesting it, but I can definitely see this going up higher. But some of my mistakes, I think I should have waited for 1 minute for value gap entry instead of just going off of a breaker. I mean a break, not a breaker. A break, if that makes sense. So instead of going off of boom, break, look for a fair value gap entry. So boom, there's fair value gaps here. But what happened here? Oh, even actually, we probably still would have got stopped out. Because boom, we would have entered here, filled in here, and expansion move up. We probably would have ended up entering here and got stopped out. But we definitely could have had a longer stop loss. That's 100% for sure. Just because we knew price would probably be keen on going into this 4 hour fair value gap. Even though there was a 15-minute breaker that still got respected, price usually wants to push a little bit lower, kind of sweep a little bit of people out. And we could have just entered lower risk and just had this. Or we could have just not traded this just because this stop loss would have been just a really big stop loss. And we could have just not traded this. But again, it's important just to be patient, not only inside of trading but outside of trading. Um, I've noticed, like, even today, this setup, it probably wasn't even the best setup to take, but I was just so focused on passing my challenge, and I took this kind of like B plus setup. Like, it wasn't really like the best setup, and I mean, I lost. So I mean, we learned from that. Just learn to be patient. Y'all guys learn to be patient as well. It's important to have patience, not only when you're taking your trade, but also outside of the trade. Being a profitable trader takes time. It's not quick. Just have patience. And yeah, might trade tomorrow depending on if that setup occurs. But yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. We're down 1%. Well, I'm not really too mad about it just because this week has been awfully great. I think we made like 5% this week just off of 2 or 3 trades. So I mean, it's fine. I mean, we just come back tomorrow, forget this happened, just come back strong. We see a setup, we take it, and peace.